Cluster C personality disorder. Now, you will find people who fall under this cluster, they are very anxious and fearful, unlike the previous category. Over there, people were very fearless. That's why they were getting involved quite often in criminal activities. Moreover, you'll find another difference that cluster B people, they have the superiority complex, whereas C, they suffer from inferiority complex. There are many more to discuss. Let's get into it. We will first discuss about the avoidant, then dependent, and then last, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So, avoidant personality disorder people, they are overly sensitive. They can be easily hurt by criticism or disapprovals. They do not have much friends, if any, they are very close and are reluctant to become involved with others unless certain of being liked. They usually think that other people, they don't like them, they think inferior of them. They often experience extreme anxiety and fear in social settings and in relationships, leading them to avoid activities or jobs that involve being with others. They tend to be shy, awkward, and self conscious in social situations due to a fear of doing something wrong or being embarrassed or being judged by others. They tend to exaggerate potential problems. They seldom try anything new or take chances because they're very conscious of how other people are thinking or what would they say. What if they fail? That's a big problem for them. They have a poor self image, which is very obvious, seeing themselves as inadequate and inferior, as I said. Now, dependent personality disorder. So, these people, uh, first most thing, avoidance of personal responsibility. Why? Because they are dependent on others. That is their biggest problem. Difficulty being alone because they need other people with them. They are, for everything, they are banking on them. Fear of abandonment and sense of helplessness when relationship ends, which is very obvious. Oversensitivity to criticism. They're very pessimistic kind of people. They always have this trouble of making everyday decisions. Even for those decisions, they rely on others. They want others to take decisions for them. Now, the last one, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. You must have heard about this many a times. Now, their features are they features a pattern of unwanted thoughts and fears that lead them to do repetitive behaviors. These obsessions and compulsions interfere with daily activities and cause significant distress. Now, one may try to ignore or stop these obsessions, but that ultimately leads to increase in their stress and anxiety. And then they feel driven to perform compulsive acts to try ease their stress. Despite efforts to ignore or get rid of the bothersome thoughts or urges, they keep coming back. So this is how the cycle goes. Now, the sign and symptoms. Perfectionism to the point that it impairs the ability to finish tasks. They are obsessed behind being perfect. You'll find them stiff, formal, or with rigid mannerism. Being extremely frugal with money. Very careful they are with money. An overwhelming need to be punctual. Extreme attention to details. Excessive devotion to work at the expense of family or social responsibilities. They'll be gathering worn or useless items. You'll see inability to share or delegate work because of a fear it won't be done right. They think only they can do it perfectly. A fixation with lists, a rigid adherence to rules and regulations, an overwhelming need for order, a sense of righteousness about the way things should be done, rigid adherence to moral and ethical codes. So, that was all about your personality disorder. I hope you found it very interesting, because I did. And thank you so much.